In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why your thoughts have been sabotaging your results. But not only that, I'm going to tell you how this year it doesn't happen again, ever again, or any other year going forward. You know, think about it for a second. Have you ever been at a point in your life where you made a decision you were going to get results? You know, you made a decision you were going to eat healthier, you were going to go to the gym, you were going to put on muscle, you were going to cut up, you were going to drop your body fat. And then somewhere along the way, it went off. Like it all just poof, it blew up in your face. But it's probably like if you're watching this video, it probably didn't happen once. If you're anything like me, it happened over and over and over and over again. I remember specifically getting to the point where I was so frustrated. I was so frustrated with not being able to stay consistent. I was so frustrated with starting and stopping, starting a gym membership here, going, signing up and being so excited, like being genuinely so excited and going, getting new workout clothes and going down to the vitamin shop and, getting some new protein and pre-workouts and all of this stuff. I was excited, but it never lasted. And I didn't understand until I cracked the code. And that's exactly what I'm going to go over with you guys here today. So gentlemen, buckle in. Let's go. I'm actually going to use my handy dandy iPad because I'm a visual person. I like visuals. They help me. So maybe they will help you. So again, if you think about it, why would your thoughts sabotage you? Why would you, someone who genuinely wants to get results, how is it possible that your own thoughts would sabotage you? Well, let me show you, because there's only one way to get results. It's a direct path, right? There's a way this happens, and let me show you exactly what happens. So the very first thing that happens, everything we do starts with thoughts, right? Everything you do starts with what you think. And right here is where the problem starts, right? Because there's two things. You can either have positive thoughts or you can have negative thoughts. And we live in a world where it's very easy to have negative thoughts. It's very easy to have thoughts in our head that aren't in alignment with where we want to be, that aren't in alignment with the goals we want to reach, especially if you've had failures in the past. Right? So it all starts with your thoughts, but this is where most people go wrong because our thoughts are negative. Now, depending on our thoughts, whether they're positive or negative, will depend on the next thing, which then determines our feelings. So our thoughts determine our feelings. Have you ever gotten up early in the morning? You're supposed to go to the gym. You were going to go to the gym. Like you went to bed the night before and you said, I'm going to get up early and I'm going to go to the gym. But then when you woke up, the first thing you thought is, I'm tired. You thought it's cold outside. You thought this isn't going to be fun. So immediately that gave you the feeling of feeling tired. That gave you the feeling of feeling down, right? Not happy. Like, so your overall feelings, right? They're not positive. Right? And because your feelings weren't positive, that led to your actions, which again comes next. So the next thing we had, don't judge me on my writing. So the next thing is our actions. All right. So you have your thoughts, which your thoughts lead to the feelings. Your feelings lead to the action you take, and your action leads to, drum roll please, your results. That's the whole system. That's it right there. So your thoughts lead to your feelings lead to your action. So how do we change this? How do we go from having these negative thoughts and just changing the whole thing? And let me tell you why it never works for you when you've done it in the past. Let me explain it. Like I need you to catch this. All right? So let me write this again. So it's nice and legible. The first time it wasn't legible. All right, so we have our thoughts. This is super important. So our thoughts lead then to our feelings. Our feelings then lead to the actions, and then our actions then lead to our results. All right. So your thoughts are either going to be positive or your thoughts are going to be negative. That depends strictly on you, but they're going to be one or the other. They're either going to be positive or they're going to be negative. Here's the thing about your thoughts. Thoughts, as the famous author and poet Shakespeare once said, he said something like this, was thoughts are neither good nor bad. Thinking makes them so. Right? So if you wake up, right, some people wake up and say, man, I'm tired. I can't do this. It's cold outside, right? So that person, right, has obviously, I don't know what I'm doing because I put the positive thoughts in red and negative in green. We're not going to do that. Let me change that. That doesn't make any sense. All right, so positive thoughts will be green, negative thoughts will be red. Perfect. All right. So 2 different ways you can wake up. You can have negative or positive thoughts. Depending on if your thoughts are negative or positive is going to determine the feeling you have. So let me ask you a question here. Now, obviously, you're a smart individual. You clicked on this link, like you're watching this video, you're a smart individual, and you're serious about getting results. If your thought process is negative, do you think that's going to lead to positive feelings or negative feelings? You guys stay with me on this. Stay with me on this because I'm telling you, this thing right here can change your life. Now, is it easy to change your thoughts right out the gate? I'll answer it for you. No. Is it easy to change your feelings right out the gate? No. Right? Those take a little bit of time to change. They take a little bit of time because in those things you got belief systems, you got all kind of stuff working against you. So, and again, I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you want fast results. If you're watching this video, you want results now. Like that's what I'm going to help you do. I'm going to help you get results now, and along the way, we're going to perfect it so you never have an issue again, right? That's important you do that because how many people do you know, hopefully this hasn't happened to you, you get results now, fast, but then you lose them. That's more frustrating than not getting the results. So here's how you do this. The quickest way, or the thing that's easiest to do first, you want to bypass your feelings. What do I mean by bypass your feeling? Regardless of how you feel, okay? Regardless of how you feel, you do the action. This is step number 1. Right, for immediate results. So whatever thought you have, whatever this thought is that you have, regardless, whether it's positive, negative, or whatever, it doesn't matter because you're going to bypass your feelings. So if you get up and you're tired and don't want to go to the gym, do it anyway. If you're, supposed to meal prep, but you're tired, you just got off of work and you don't want, do it anyway. Bypass your feelings. Your feelings mean nothing yet because you don't know how to properly control them, right? So bypass your feelings, pay them no attention, and just make the decision you're going to do it no matter what. And this isn't, I know what you might be thinking. You might be hearing, like, how do you do that? That doesn't sound right. That sounds crazy. You do it all the time. You've done this your whole life. How many times did your parents tell you to do something and you didn't want to do it, but you did it anyway? How many times did your wife or your girlfriend tell you to do something and you didn't want to do it, but you did it anyway? You've done this your whole time. You do it every day when you go to work. Do you wake up and be like, man, I'm so ready to go to work. I'm ready to put in the work for someone else, so in 2 weeks they can give me a paycheck. But you did it anyway. So this isn't a new process. We're just going to take what you've already been doing, what you've been doing your whole life, and we're going to apply it to your fitness journey. All right, so when we first start, we're going to bypass any feelings and do the action no matter what. So again, if you do the action, no matter what, you have to get results. What is you can't control, you have no control over the results. You have zero control over that, right? You have zero control over the results. But what you do have control over from the get-go is the action. You have full control of that. So that's the first step. Now, we don't want to stay like that, right? We want to get really good at this. So what we need to do is we need to learn to have better thoughts. So that's something that we work on along the way. This is why most of the people who get trainers or coaches or even that do it themselves, they don't get results because they just focus on the action, which does get them the results, right? They go on a diet, they join some gym, they get on this new fad, right? That is the action that they decide to take, right? So they're taking the action, whatever it is. They start doing CrossFit, they start doing keto, they start, whatever it is. They do fasting, they do juicing, they do vegan. They're taking the action, and then when they take the action, they get the results. But here's the problem with that. Here's the thing that people don't think about. They never change their thoughts. And since they didn't change their thoughts, their feelings are not in alignment with the action that they've been taking. And therefore, as soon as they stop doing it, which will be very fast, very soon, they no longer get the results. See, that's on a conscious level. See, like when people make a New Year's resolution, or they decide they're going to get results, or they decide they're going for whatever goal it is that they're going for, they made that decision on a conscious level. The problem with that is your conscious doesn't do most of the work. See, when you're not paying attention, which again, after you start something, very soon you turn it over to your subconscious mind to take over. And when your subconscious mind takes over, it works off of your thoughts and your feelings. So it's going to default back to your thoughts and your feelings from before, which you never changed. So what does all this mean? If you want lasting change, you have to work on your thoughts. You have to work on how you talk to yourself. You have to work on what you listen to. You have to work on what you see, what you watch, what you're exposed to, who you hang around, because all of these dictate your thoughts, which in turn determines your feelings, like how you feel. How you feel is going to then determine the action that you take, which will ultimately determine the results you get. Look, if you got any value from this video, look, this is what I do. I help grown men reach physical and mental mastery. Not quick fixes, not I hope this works, mastery. And in order to reach mastery, there's really only three main areas that you need to get under control. And once you get those three main areas under control, it's a wrap. But we'll talk about that on the next video. If you've seen something you like, if it made sense, hit the like button. If you really liked it and you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Either way, have a powerful day. Let's get it.